Welcome to the channel. This is Chris from Off-Road Nation 606. So today I'm going to weld up the rear axle to make a locker. Now you're probably wondering, why am I doing that instead of actually buying a locker? Now this Jeep here, it hardly ever is on the road. It's mainly just off-road only. I'd say definitely 99% off-road. The only time it goes on the road is if I go to a car show or a Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. That's the only time that it will see blacktop. So for the rear axle, I'm going to just go ahead and weld it up. Now I've not decided what I'm going to do with the front axle yet. I do plan on doing a locker, but I'm probably going to wait till I do the hydro assist, because I'm figuring that's going to make it a lot harder to turn, and it already needs hydro assist anyway, especially at the 38s. I can definitely tell it, especially on the trails. But I figure definitely in the back I'm okay with just welding it up, and I can always change that later on if I wanted to, if I wasn't happy with it. But I figured the little that it goes on the road, I think it'll be okay. And honestly, I'd rather weld one up, because I've seen so many videos of people out on the trails. Seems to be more common on the front, but a lot of people, they'll say your front locker ain't working. But if you got it welded, you can guarantee those wheels are gonna be locked. I mean, unless you break something big time. So if you're new to the channel, and maybe even new to building a Jeep or anything, you might be wondering, what am I talking about? So what that does is, most factory vehicles does not come with a locker, and most axles are not locked. So what that's going to do, whenever you get in a area, the tire with the least amount of resistance is going to spin first, and most of the time both wheels ain't going to be spinning. It's just going to put all the power to one tire. But when you do a locker, that puts all the power to both wheels, and they both spin at the same time. So I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to put it in two-wheel drive, and I'm going to try to make it spin. Maybe I can get a better example on the front axle. It's a lot easier to make it do that. So as you can tell in that video, this driver's side tire at one point it completely quit spinning. So hopefully I explained that good. Hopefully that made sense of everything. So now I'm wanting to go ahead and pull it in the garage and pull the differential cover off and get ready to weld everything up. So now getting ready to take the differential cover off, drain all the fluid and clean that up. That way we can get ready to weld it. So one easy, fast way, if you want to know if your vehicle has a locker, one thing you can do is spin one wheel, and if the other one turns at the same direction, that means you got a locker most of the time. So now we're going to move the differential cover. I believe these are a 14mm socket. So I'm going to remove the bottom ones and just leave one or two in. That way this whole cover don't come off, and that way we don't get the gear oil everywhere. It just makes it easier and makes a lot less of a mess. I do know that the front pinion seal I do know the pinion seal is leaking. I got a new seal for it. I need to replace it. But I don't know if that's where water would be getting in or not. I don't know if you can see that side gear right there on the corner. So right there is where I need to weld all that up. I'll weld that to the housing. Same way on this side. And then I'm going to spin the housing. So I'll just turn the tire. And we'll turn that until we get to the other side. And then weld that side up. So now it's welded up. So now when you spin the wheels, they both turn the same direction no matter what you do. And they both will have to turn the exact same speed no matter what. So now this axle is locked. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the cover back on and put the gear oil in, and we'll go for a test. Now that the rear axle is locked, I come back to the same spot and I'm going to try it again in two-wheel drive, and let's see if this locker made a difference. Well, I can definitely tell a big difference now that the rear axle is locked. Before, no matter how fast or how hard I tried to go through here, I never could get up this in two-wheel drive. So I'm definitely pretty impressed with that. And this right here is very slick. I mean, it's nothing but pure clay. I can't imagine what it's going to do whenever I get the front locker. Well, I believe that's going to do it for this video. It's starting to get dark. I'm running out of daylight. But I might try to find some more clips later on. If I can find something that the Jeep had a problem on, and then we'll try it again now that's got the rear axle locked, and see if we can tell a difference. So I hope you liked the video. If you want to see some more videos like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Definitely helps me out a lot. Thanks for watching.